There is this saying, I want to first read it for you. It's a Zen saying and it's profound in my view. The great function manifests right now, not adhering to rules. And there's more. The truth of heaven, earth, and the universe is not something that changes so easily. If you calmly observe the present moment, there's nothing to worry about so much. Everything is in its rightful place. Dogen said, that's a Zen master, the waterfall flies away, returns, and leaves no trace. Yet the path is never forgotten. In essence, the entire passage conveys a sense of profound naturalness and the unchanging essence of reality. It suggests that the fundamental workings of the universe are always present and don't rely on rigid rules. By calmly observing the present, we can realize that things are as they should be, much like the waterfall that freely moves without leaving a permanent mark on the path of the sky. Yet the inherent way of things remains. So why did I think about it? It took more than 10 minutes to recollect from my memory about this phrase. And I thought about it because I posted the video about each of us to find our own mini society that we feel comfortable with instead of trying to fit ourselves to the society at large and trying to do anything which is beyond our capability. I may be quite altruistic, so I thought I should do everything possible so that I can contribute to the world. That's a stupid thinking, but having had some awakening experience, perhaps maybe also related to my arrogance or egocentric way to think that may all beings be happy and I should do everything possible for that. Since I've given this great opportunity to live as a human and have some sense of appreciation of me being here, like a miracle of the universe. So the idea may be good, but you have to have a tactics that fit to the idea to pursue the idea of may all beings be happy. While I help myself and help others as a mission by going through this samadhi, no mind, no self, and come up with wisdom and compassion. So it's an ideal situation, but we all have to be pragmatic as a impermanent, limited being. And by talking with some friends I met here at the Backpackers Inn, and thinking and talking about how people may choose their way, and in their case to find a certain mini society to be comfortable with instead of being in the big city like Tokyo. So they moved to a remote place, kind of like my having a house in New Zealand in a remote place, so that you can have a sense of connection to what you really like with the nature and pursue happiness by creating such environment. By talking with them, I felt comfortable that we could communicate. And that's the idea of Sangha, meaning group of people sharing the ideas for the common purpose, which may connect to the idea of may all beings be happy. So it may be a minuscule person idea that I have to think and approach. Idea may be good, but you have to be pragmatic, not to the point of consuming the energy and capability, but still maintain that idea and align how we live toward that. In the other video, I mentioned this idea of the mini society is like the idea of the mini company. And I shared also the idea of the mini universe, kind of thinking the same direction that each of us have certain space to play this game of how to relate to the way of nature and then Kigen fully utilize our talent in that environment. Bamboo doesn't try to become a pine tree, or a pine tree doesn't want to or doesn't try to become bamboo tree. Each person has its own tenmei, order from heaven, and we can find that by having this state of samadhi, calm, quiet mind, absolute state of being. So we go in and out. Like Saichi said, I can go to the Nibbana and then I'll come back, in and out, in and out. And that's the process I see, that as each of us have that quality of connecting to the root within us, connecting to our heart, and feel comfortable as if it's the eternal home. And then, like a new baby born or a new day happens, we extend that potential ability of utilizing the skills and ideas in action in whatever we can do. So nothing perhaps profound, but what's profound for me is that these words, Daiyu Genzen, great function of the way of the universe, is obvious, it's all over. And then Kisoko's on this, it doesn't go or confined to the rules of the society or the rules in our mind that we create, like algorithm, that is not quite to the level of the Daiyu, great power of the universe, laws of the universe. So what it indicates, I go back and forth, but is that the rules of society we create our mind, but the heart represents the way of the universe, the Daiyu, the great power within that is manifesting everywhere. So that's the relationship again, mind and body, or the mind, brain and heart, that we need to have the alignment and balance out so that we find the passage how to live a life. So as usual, I may have bullshitted just using those maybe metaphysical or the philosophical world or ideas, but the whole idea can be captured in that one sentence. Daiyugen Zen Kisoko Sonzu. The great power is obvious. It doesn't obey the rules of the society, but it's there. So we need to connect to that. That's the awakening. That's the samadhi process, to empty our mind and let go of our ego so that we connect to the heart. And with that, like a tree grows, that we start every day new, challenging the confinement we may have in our mind and make the best of what we got. It's a long story, but that sentence, proverb from Zen, which it took 10-15 minutes to remember because maybe my knowledge is fading away, I don't know, or somewhere down deep in my unconscious. But I think it's reaffirming the idea of how we can live. Not be confined in our mind, the view of the universe. I shouldn't say fake, but it's just the image of it. But that has to be connected to the reality, being here and now, with no mind, from the heart, and refresh ourselves so that you can ride the wave of the universe, utilizing and connecting to that Daiyu, the great power, the miracle power that we exist. I mentioned that we may need to find our mini universe or mini society or mini company to be self-managing to practice such an idea. To confirm that is necessary, in my view.